Hello everyone, I'm Squadron Leader Adefola Joamo, retired. I invented GridCodes. I'm here to show you just how easy it is to use GridCodes to get people to navigate to you at your business, your home, or anywhere you happen to be, at the beach, at a picnic, at a venue. All you have to do is get the GridCode, go to the app. This is the top of the app. At the bottom of the app, there's a search for locations by GridCode. You have to select your country because it works all over the world. And then you just put a grid code here and navigate. So let's put a grid code. All you have to do is type the grid code. The app will format it for you. It'll make it capitals and it'll put a dash in between. You hit the navigation button and you'll immediately get navigation instructions from Google Maps straight to where you need to be. This is a restaurant I went to on Victoria Island not too long ago. I'll expand the screen, hit this button to change to satellite view, and you can see that grid code was generated for the spot right inside the building. So that's how simple it is to use grid codes to navigate to you. So how do you get grid codes? It's really easy as well. Just one click and you get a grid code. When you're starting for the first time, this is your home, this is your business, and this is where you happen to be at any point in time. For the first time, you'll see a button saying generate grid code. When you click that button, you'll get a grid code. After that, if you need to generate a grid code again, all you have to do is hit the refresh button and you get a new grid code every time. So I hit the refresh for my home. This is now Bravo 0. I hit refresh for my office. Assuming I change office, it's B1 now. This is where I am right now. If I hit refresh, I get a new code. Once you have the code, if you go to my places, any codes, my places, favorites, any code you've ever generated is stored here and you can send it to anyone. So how do you share your grid codes from within the app? All you have to do is hit the SMS button. When you hit the SMS button, grid code will give you all the options you have to send your grid code to anyone. So let's see what happens when you send a grid code by SMS. Okay, so when you send a grid code by SMS, people will get this link. If anyone hits this link, it will take them straight to where you want them to be. It will bring them to your business, it will bring them to your home, it will bring them to your venue, it will bring them to where you're having a restaurant, where you're having a picnic on the beach. It will bring them to anywhere you're having a picnic on a park, just by clicking that button. If you go back to the app, there's another way to send a grid code. It's this button. This button sends grid codes to your friends that you already have using the app. When you generate a code, you need to type the address of where that code is. Just hit the edit button. That was that button there. Type the location and then you just hit save. Once you hit save, that location is associated with the grid code. How do you use grid codes? I'll show you some examples. All right. So if you put a grid code on your business card, it will lead to navigation to you. This is a business flyer for promoting your business. Put your grid code on your address, it will lead to navigation to you. This is an advert in the newspaper. Put your grid code in the advert and anyone can find your business. This is a wedding invitation. Put your grid code in your wedding invitation and anyone can get address to you. You know, when you're having an event and people are always calling you, how do I get to you? How do I get to you? It can be really bothersome. But once you put a grid code, no one ever needs to call you. Let me show you the second way to use GridCodes to find navigation. you can go to the website www.findgridcode.com. There's a search button. When you on the phone, there's a search button, but on the interface on the laptop, there's no search button. You hit the search button, you select the country where you are, put the grid code, submit. Let's see what happens. So we're in Nigeria. Like I said, the app works all over the world. So we're in Nigeria. We'll put a grid code. Once you put the grid code and the country, you hit submit. And what will happen is the website